Anis, pleasure to talk to you. Obviously, we're speaking at a fan signing session. How did you find that, meeting all of those Norwich fans?
No, it was really enjoyable. It was nice to meet some of the fans and say hello and have a small conversation with most of them. So it has been really good.
How have you found the fan base overall since coming to Norwich? It feels like whenever you speak to somebody who's new to the club that they sort of talk about the fact that it's a one-club city and how much everyone here loves Norwich City.
Yeah, 100%. You can feel that, like everywhere you go here in the city, you can feel that it's a city where people really support Norwich, and also it feels like a family club. So for me, it's really nice to be close with the fans. It's important as well because they are behind us every game, and to give back to the fans for some pictures and some conversations as well. That's really nice for a player.
Yeah, obviously, on the pitch, it maybe has been a bit tough in the last couple of games. What do you put that down to?
Well, that can be down to many things. We've been a little bit unfortunate some of the games, but other games we know that we haven't been up to the level that we can play, and that's on us, and that's something that we need to work on, and we are actually working on it every day on the training ground. And hopefully we can't really look backwards. We have to look forwards now and see the coming games, and hopefully we can build.
Obviously, you've been in the midfield with some of those players who've been out injured, the likes of Nacho and Kenny. Do you feel like you're really missing those sorts of players a little bit at the moment as well?
I think everyone missed them too. It's not only me in the middle. I think Kenny and Nacho is still really important players for the squad and for the team. And whether it's me or not, it's just two really important players. And I will say the guys who have played instead of them have been doing really good as well. So I just think that it would be nice for the squad. Everyone wants everyone back. It's good for the competition and the training ground, but also it's good for the games.
Yeah. And in terms of your role personally, when those players are out, obviously you're quite young yourself, but at the moment you've been almost the most experienced player in that midfield. Has it been a bit of a different role for you to be there?
Yeah, I would say I found it naturally. For me, it's about doing what I can, and I have the feeling if I do my job and I do what I got told to do, then I feel like automatically it just transfers to some of the other players. I'm not the guy who speaks a lot or shouts a lot, but I prefer to show it with the ball, and yeah, it have been tough with the injuries, but hopefully everyone is back soon.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I'm sure this is something you've been asked about a lot already, but there is that sort of Danish contingent and that there's a number of players who've played in Denmark and lived in Denmark for a long time. Got the likes of Oscar and Emmy and Jakob and a few others. Is that something you're really enjoying being at Norwich?
Yeah, 100%. Always nice to. One thing is nice to meet new people but to have some people that you can speak Danish with as well. It helps a lot, and it's just nice to have a small little group. But everyone in the changing room was together, and everyone speaks to each other. So it's a really nice atmosphere, and it's a nice culture that we are building.
Yeah, obviously there is that Danish link, but you also had a bit more experience of England than maybe some of the other players who came in the summer. Do you feel like that's helped you and maybe helped you hit the ground running a little bit at Norwich?
Yeah, 100%. I got the experience from Sheffield United, and I've been played in England, so I know the mentality, I know the lads. So it hasn't been new to me when I came to Norwich, but yeah, it's really good.
I think it's probably fair to say that the injuries have been a little bit of a problem for you as well. Some of the smaller issues that you've had throughout the season. I think Johannes has spoken about that as well. How frustrating has that been for you at times to have those injuries?
Yeah, it's really frustrating. That's football, to be honest. A year ago, I never had an injury before in my life, and out of a sudden you can have a season with where you're picking up small injuries. I don't know whether it's the amount of games, but yeah, it's really annoying. I always want to be available for the team and for the squad and always play. Unfortunately, that's the sport that we are playing, and that's the backside of it. But thankfully, I'm back now and I'm fit, so hopefully I can stay fit for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Is that something that you've sort of been working on behind the scenes to try and eliminate those injuries and to stop that being an issue again?
Yeah, 100%. I think every footballer does that. Like everyone does the exercises and work hard for like injury prevention. And yeah, unfortunately, sometimes you can't really decide whether you're getting an injury or not.
Yeah.
That can happen for everyone. So yeah, I'm fit now, and that's what I'm focused on right now.
Yeah, I spoke to Johannes yesterday, and he actually said that the style of play and the way of playing is something that he feels attracts players. Is that something that you've really been enjoying? I know you're obviously quite a technical player, so this style of football, does that suit you really well?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like for me, that's how football should be played. I really enjoy it, and it suits me really well, especially with the qualities I got. And I'm sure that it attracts other players as well, because everyone wants to be on the ball, everyone wants to create chances and score a lot of goals. So yeah, that's 100% correct.
Obviously, we've talked quite a lot, this season about the fact that it's maybe a longer term project that Norwich are trying to build. So is that something that you as a player have to bear in mind, that this is something you're trying to build over a number of years rather than just this season?
Yeah, 100%. But I think as a player, you're always desperate for be at the top six and be upstairs with the best teams. But obviously, we also have to bear in mind that it's a project and it's a long-term project. So yeah. But I would say that we got a goal as well, and we are aiming for the top six, and that's our main focus. So yeah.
I suppose it's a little bit difficult, isn't it? Because we can talk about transition and things like that, but you've got quite a short career and you want to be achieving as much as possible in that short time, don't you? So as much as we can talk about the long term, you want to get promoted, as quickly as possible. Yeah,
100%. That's the dream, and that's what we work hard for, really, like every day. And hopefully we can be there. And one thing is for us players, but also to achieve that with the club and the fans, and give the fans what they deserve as well. And hopefully it won't take too long before we will be back there.
Yeah, obviously you've had a bit of that taste of the Premier League with Sheffield United. Do you feel like that's made you even hungrier to get back there?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's the best league in the world, and I think every footballer wants to be in there. And yeah, hopefully we can be there really soon.
So your signing has now become permanent rather than on loan. How has that changed things for you in terms of your future and how you look at this?
Well, it's a big relief for me. Like as I said, I always felt home. I felt home since day one, and it feels like Norwich is the right fit for me. And now to be focused on the future and just know that my future is settled. That's absolutely great.
I also wanted to ask you a bit about Johannes and your relationship with him. I know you your paths intersected back in Denmark. So when was the first time that he coached you? How old were you back then?
Probably 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
But I didn't have him for that long because he went to FC Norwich. I had him maybe for a pre-season only. And obviously we know each other because I have played against Norwich against Johannes' team a lot of times. So that's where we mainly know each other from. We didn't work together really for a long time.
Yeah.
But obviously played against each other a lot of times.
Do you remember thinking that he was a good coach at that age, or was it just such a short time that you couldn't really assess it?
Yeah, to be fair, Johannes was he was known both in the small club AB and also in Norwich. He had always been coaching talent, if you can say that. And to see where he is now is not a surprise for anyone in Denmark, because he is a really good coach and he understands the game pretty well. So.
Yeah. So then when he came to Norwich in England, I'm sure it was something that sort of captured your attention.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, in football, things change really quickly, and now we work together, which I really enjoy.